If you've been watching my channel for a while, you may know that I've got a pretty good ability to mispronounce the names of peppers. I'm not very good at hearing accents, and darn it, we're in for a tough one today.
This is Adventures in Aji Land, Colorado Rockies, man. Growing plants to understand which ones are the hotties, man. An audience of pepper lovers, all my sisters and my brothers grow along to get along and learn from each other. Adventures in Aji Land. You didn't know? This is Adventures in Aji Land. Never forget, plants help us grow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Aji Land. My name is Boss. I'm a gardener and a lover of all things spicy. Today, we are looking at Aji Ahuachapan. I have no effing clue if I'm saying that right, okay? Aji Ahuachapan. A-H-U-A-C-H-A-P-A-N, I think is how it is. But Aji Ahuachapan is a variety I have tried to grow before indoors, and it failed on me. I grew them this year outdoors in Aji Land, and they did pretty darn good. The plant grew pretty quick, it got large, and then it struggled to put on fruit, and then once it did, it took forever for them to ripen. So I've only got a handful of these so far. Good news is there's more on the plant waiting to ripen up. So Aji Ahuachapan is from El Salvador, in this case, not Peru, like so many of the ones we've looked at in Aji Land have been, but it is still a Bacatum variety. Ripens to this really rich orange, but like I mentioned, it took a long time. Some of these fruits are a little bit bigger than the one I'm gonna have, but this one's the most ripe, and it doesn't have as much of the blemishes as some of the others do. A lot of them have these ribs kind of in the outside texture, which is pretty neat. I've also seen some pretty crazy shapes on these, so fun plant to grow. I'm very hopeful that I get more ripened, but for now, I wanna cut it open and see what it tastes like. It's gonna be a difficult one-handed chop here. I might have pulled off something usable. It's bright color on the inside, looks really moist, pretty thin walls, a little bit of a membrane placenta at the top there, quite a few seeds in that half. I like the way this looks. But let's find out how it tastes. Aji Ahuachapan, I apologize for my pronunciation. Take an adventure in Aji Land. Okay. Good crunch. Wow. Got a much more sweet, almost like an apple mixed with the tangerine. So a little bit of that apple skin flavor, again, probably from the skin of the pepper. But the sweetness that comes off of it reminds me of that kind of toned down orange citrus flavor that you get from like a nice tangerine, a little cutie or whatever they call those things, right? I wasn't expecting it to have so much sweetness just based on the smell, but it really does. Heat is pretty minimal. I would say 2 to maybe 3 times the heat of a jalapeno. Mostly all on my tongue and rather flat. It's not a pins and needles type burn. I gotta say, Aji Land has been kind of like the dream come true. I've not had a pepper come out of there yet that hasn't been fantastically delicious. A few of them have been very hot. Most of them have been very manageable heat like this. It's pretty awesome. I have a feeling that my choices in the garden next year are going to be heavily influenced by a lot of these peppers. This is really good. Aji Ahuachapan, definitely something I'm going to grow again. Love the color. I hope that maybe next year it'll just ripen a little faster. We will see you next week for another adventure, and remember, plants help us grow.